Hi, Julian. Thank you to those who have the cameras on. By the way, you can close the cameras if you want when I'm explaining, on Visual Studio Code or something. But if we're talking like that, I would greatly appreciate seeing you. It's not mandatory. I'm not mandating it, but I like to see people and not talk to a black screen. So thank you. Now, this semester is a lot easier than the previous semester. The 130 GID 113 is much easier than 109. And the following one, which is 209, is even easier than the second, which is a bit strange. But here is why, and I want to explain that very quickly. It's because in the first course, 109, we're just learning the basics. By the way, these are the very, very basics of HTML. Just understanding the basics will help you in, in not just in the next two classes or the next two courses, but it's going to help you in general to, even when you get employed, to actually discuss, even with graphic designers, even if you're not going to do code yourself, but at least you understand when a graphic designer talks to you, a web developer talks to you as a graphic designer. So it's important to talk, to at least understand their language, what they're saying. And that's why the first one is rather tough. The second one is much easier, and I think you're going to enjoy it. And the third, of course, is the easiest of all. And you will see that. A lot of people doubt me, by the way, when I say that, but trust me on it. One of the things I want to stress this semester, people, please do not leave things until the last minute and then start to panic. Come to me when we close, when we finish class, it's because we finished class. I finished what I had to say. I asked you, do you have any questions? Nobody said anything. A lot of people stay with me after class. So if you want to stay with me after class, tell me that. Don't wait until the last week and then tell me, well, we ended class. Yes, but you can stay with me after class or before class, or let's make an appointment and meet. Okay, so make sure, please, that you should know me by now. We can sit and we can talk, and I can get you up to speed. Okay? Now, the first assignment is going to be probably the most annoying for you, which is just a review of the previous semester, and I'm going to do the review with you when we meet on Tuesday. So I'm not just telling you, okay, show me what you remember. No, I will walk you through it because I'm sure in 3 weeks or 4 weeks, you already forgot HTML. Am I right? Kind of? Yeah. So
Not me, I got you.
yes, Kayla. Yeah,
I took it last spring, so it's been almost a
that's a
year.
long time. Yeah. Yeah, we'll go through and this will be the most difficult. And I say difficult only because I know that some of you don't remember it. Those who remember it are fine. But again, I'll go through it step by step. Okay? If you think you can go ahead and do it, please do it. The assignment is right there. Now, one of the things I want to do right now is share with you. So here I will share. I want to share with you the course. Here we go. This is the course. And while I kept the design of the course more or less the same, the one thing that I made sure I changed was this. Do you see my screen? So it's all assignments. Do you see that? Because a lot of people would tell me, well, not a lot of people, a couple of people had issues with where's the assignment? Where do I upload it? I can't find it. So I decided to make it easier for everybody. Here are all assignments. And if you click on that, here you go. You have the first assignment, second, etc. And they're all right here, one under the other. Okay. So please, when there is an assignment, check here. But also, if we go to course content, of course, here are the class videos as usual. Here are the PDF tutorials. Here are the video tutorials. But you're going to see that I also have on the outside here. So if you take a look here, assignment 1, single web page, animal facts due February 10. Now you're not going to click on anything here. You're actually going to go to the assignment, and here is the animal facts assignment. And then you click on it and you upload. Yes? Remember to, I think this makes it a lot easier and much clearer. You tell me, I mean, we'll start it and we'll see. The other thing I want to talk about is, remember that I have tutorials. So it is not just what is in the class. It is also these tutorials that you need to look at. So if you miss something, here are the tutorials. Sometimes tutorials don't work for some people. So, you can't follow it exactly. Ask me, but also show me that you're trying. That would be good. That I tried this, but this is where I failed. If somebody comes to me blank completely, I suggest very strongly that you meet with Thomas, because at least Thomas is the lab person. He's great. And I have him here in the announcements. He actually changed, by the way, his the Friday meeting time, so I will correct that. But he is right here in the announcements. Here we go. So this is the welcome. Here is Thomas's schedule. That's if you're going to start from scratch. However, I think you have a background that is sufficient. And with what I will review with you next week, I think you have sufficient information to get you going. All right? Sorry. Okay.
Bless you.
Thank you. I don't want to get sick. Okay. So what is the course? What are all these assignments that you see there? So they are really pretty simple. They're not as many as they look. but you have, besides the first assignment, which I said is just a review of previous of the previous class, you have two main projects. So in this course, we're going to talk very much about Bootstrap, which is something, it's a framework. And what a framework is, it's a pre-made code for you. And it's not you as students, it is even for developers. It's a library, that's why it's called a framework. It's a library of CSS and JavaScript. You haven't taken JavaScript, but you'll see how easy it is to implement it just by copying and pasting the code. And again, this is what developers do. It is not copy and paste like I go to any website and copy and paste. No, these are like snippets that you take and you copy and paste to create a website. So you will have two projects of Bootstrap. These are the main two projects. Everything else is what that project entails. So the first project is on a topic that you choose. The second project is going to be an e-commerce site. So what's an e-commerce site? Anybody know?
Amazon, eBay.
Yeah, so it sells something, right? It's a site that sells something. So like, of course, Amazon and eBay are huge, but a site that just could sell something. We're also, so you're going to give me, for every one of these projects, about 4 things. You're going to give me in one assignment just what topic you're going to do it on. So for the first assignment, for the first project assignment, it's going to be, let me show you. Here are all assignments. So you're going to tell me what topic. What is the topic that you're going, remember I said choose something that you enjoy to write about or that you want to see as a website. That's the first project. So you're going to tell me what the topic is that you're choosing. You could do it on anything in the world that you want. So all you're going to submit is a short paragraph. And by the way, I have these up for you. You can submit them anytime. If you think you can sit and submit them right now, please be my guest, because some of these are really straightforward, like the topic. Yeah. And then if you see, you will find that in project 2, you also have a topic. So what's the topic? Again, it's a paragraph. That's project 2 in Bootstrap 2. You're going to tell me what you plan to sell. Now, you're not selling it really, but what you're going to do your site about. Okay, what is the topic? So maybe you want to sell jewelry, or you want to sell candles, or you want to sell artwork, shoes, I don't know, whatever you want to sell. The second is, okay, leave hosting address. I'll talk to you about that in a minute. But 1B is the research and assets. So all of this does not require coding, right? What I just mentioned right now, the Bootstrap topic 1 and Bootstrap topic 2. Project 1B is just research and assets. What that means is you're going to write in a document, Word document or PDF, what it is the text that you're going to put there, because I will not take text that is lorem ipsum. We're now getting serious. We want proper text. So if my first topic is, say, about, I don't know, animals, then you know what? I am going to write paragraphs about what these 3 or 4 paragraphs about what these animals are, however way I want to do it. And then what pictures am I going to put? These are all assets for your, or what videos am I going to put? So these are all assets that I will need you to put either in a PDF and send to me, or to just upload them one by one, or in a zipped folder, actually. Okay? Same thing for project 2B. You're going to do the same thing. So it's going to be also researching and assets. Then we're going to do a wireframe. Now, some of you might remember what a wireframe is. If you don't, it's okay. I am going to go over it. Wireframe and prototype are kind of the same thing. And when we talk about it, I will tell you the difference. Right? Again, you have that in project 2. And then you're going to submit your final bootstrap for project 1. And then we start again, project 2. It's going to be the topic, the assets, the wireframe, etc. Yeah? Does that make sense to everybody? In the first part, I'm going to help you extensively. So in project 1, I'm going to help you quite a bit. Project 2, I expect you to do on your own from what you learned from project 1. It doesn't mean that I'm abandoning you. I will still be with you. I will still walk you through a lot of things. So this is what the course is. Of course, during that, we're going to talk about use of typography, use of colors and aesthetics, and all of these things. Once you learn that, and that's why I want you to do 2B on your own, once you learn that, you can put out a complete website. Trust me when I tell you that, a complete website in 2 hours. In 2 hours. So it will be interesting to see you do that. One other last thing, and I said I will leave this to the end, the hosting address. So we're not just going to create the website and leave it on our computers, because nobody else can see it except you and I, right? But we actually want to put it, and this process is called FTP, which is File Transfer Protocol. I'll explain that when the time comes. And we're going to upload it or put it on the web. Now, I do have your website address. I created a website address for every one of you, which I will give you when the time is due. So why am I asking you to write the URL of your site? Because there are certain changes that you can do. But I will, and I also want you to know what the address is. So I will, here you will just put the URL or the HTTP where the site is. Does that make sense to anybody, to everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. This hosting address thing sounds complicated. It's not at all. And the final project for both sites, for both the first project and the second, you're not going to zip in a folder and put right here. You're actually going to zip it in a folder and FTP it or upload it to your website. Makes sense? Yes?
Yes.
How will you do that? That's the whole point. I will explain it when the time comes. That's part of what we're doing this semester. Any questions? Anything at all you want to ask me? I do have strict dates this time. Unlike last time, last time I left it completely open, and I noticed that when I left it open, people did not submit on time, meaning they waited, even with problems, they waited until the end. So this time I am closing the assignments once the due date is over. So please follow the due dates. Make sure you submit assignments on time. If you have a problem, submit what you have, and then I will talk to you about the problem. I will not grade it if you don't want me to grade it, but at least I need to see that you gave it a try. I would hope you'd come to me before you upload it, but if you do, just don't leave it empty, people. When I see an empty place where you should have submitted, it's an automatic zero. And nobody wants to get that. And I hate giving that. Okay? So please make sure that you submit things on time. Even if it's not perfect, come to me before it or before the due date, please. And we can talk and we can meet and we can stay after class, before class, have a Zoom meeting on a weekend. I mean, we can talk, people. I can't stress this enough because clearly last semester I did not stress it enough, although I said it after every single class. Yes? People?
Yeah.
Questions? Any questions? Anything not clear? Okay, if you think that you can start the animal facts, please do. If you don't, that's also okay. I will start it with you next week. We will move forward on that project. I'm not worried about that. Okay, but if you think you would like to give it a go, please do. Okay, people.
Sounds good.
Yep. Thank you.
Okay, we all agree, right? You will
Yes.
come to me if you have a problem. Yes, see,
Yes.
cannot stress it enough. Okay, all right. I will see you next week.
Can I just talk to you after class real quick?
Yes, absolutely, Kayla. Actually, I want to talk to you too. If
Okay.
anybody else wants to stay, please let me know.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Kayla,
Hi, how
good
are
to
you?
see you.
It's good to see you too.
Let me